Cruising down the avenue, night full of neon, windows down, beats kicking. That's the ambiance, lessons from the past. Future ain't a promise in the rear view. Guilt weighs heavy, trust like tarnish. Stopped at the corner, mind in the maze. Life playing tricks like a magician's phase. Gotta keep moving, tied to these decisions. Consequence telling like snitches in the distance. Car Chronicles, the journey through the struggle. Dashboard confessions, man, life's a big juggle. Fast lane lessons, no detours, no hide. Accountability honks, gotta swallow that pride. Engine roaring, heart heavy like a V8. Driver's seat confessions, days tangled in fate. Rearview memories, they chase at high speed. Gotta learn from mistakes like books we need to read. Rolling slow, street lights flicker.
Man, hold up, it's your boy DJ KGIZZLE.
Hey y'all, and I'm Mary Pleasant-Gibson, and welcome to Car Chronicles.
Yes, sir. We taking another ride down the lane with Car Chronicles. Hope everybody had a blessed day today. You know what I'm saying? How was your day?
We was rolling.
We was rolling.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. She said non-stop.
Hey, we'll take it. And it's hump day.
Already. It's finna be July 4th. I know a lot of y'all, tomorrow is your Friday. So you finna enjoy, what is that, 3-4 weekend?
Yeah.
You finna enjoy the weekend. Hey, I hope you enjoy
3-day weekend.
I'm gonna enjoy it because I ain't gotta go to, okay, I do gotta go to work, but I ain't gotta go to work. But yeah, everybody on TikTok, holla at us. What's going on? Facebook, YouTube. We here, man. Car Chronicles. Let's take this ride down the lane. Let's go with it.
Are you addicted to struggle? That's the topic for tonight.
Sometimes.
Hey, I can dig it. Sometimes the struggle be real.
Sometimes I can't lie. Sometimes I do be addicted to the struggle. It's kind of sad, but we're gonna get into this because this is gonna be a good one right here. You want to start it off?
The truth is, some of us don't know who we are without chaos. If things aren't going wrong, we start looking for what might fall apart. And why? Because we've trained our brains to think struggle equals worth, hard equals honorable, and peace means something's off. But we're not actually addicted to struggle. We're addicted to being in control. Even if it's hard, at least it's familiar. Yep.
I feel like it's usually you get into a comfort zone and you don't want to come out of that comfort zone. So you addicted to being comfortable, just like you are to the struggle, because you can't elevate without going through something. You got to understand God's going to take stuff from you. So that means He's going to put you through a lot just to get you where you need to be. So, yeah, I feel like, yeah, our comfort zone. You want to start, or I mean?
Well, I was going to start with, what does struggle addiction look like? We don't want to struggle, but struggle is all you've known. Your brain sees it as safe. It's familiar.
Yeah. Matter of fact, before we get deeper into it, I got a little short video. Let's check this out. I'm sorry, TikTok, y'all can't see it, but maybe y'all can hear it. I'm not for sure, but I got this short video real quick, and it's going to break down something real quick in about just maybe 2 minutes, maybe not even that long, but something like that. Just check it out, though.
Why we are addicted to struggle. Now, you need to know this to break free once and for all. Now, did you know that we unconsciously are addicted to struggle? And that our unconscious addiction to struggle makes us repeat that vicious circle. Explain you why. Struggle. And when we are living in that cocoon, we can't even imagine how it would be like to live without or outside our struggle. And what we don't know is that struggle keeps us in our fight and flight mode.
So I just wanted to play that little bit, that our comfort zone, it keeps us in our flight mode, or you know, just it keeps us in different modes. So yeah, I wanted to make sure we got that part, clarified and out there. Now,
And so it shows up like this. You feel anxious when things are too good. You say yes to everything because you don't want to feel lazy, like you're resting, and you choose hard paths out of habits and not necessity. You only feel valuable when you're needed, stressed, or busy.
So would you say that you feel uncomfortable when your life is too peaceful?
Sometimes it's like, okay, if things are going, you like, hold on, this going too good. Like, yeah.
Hey, y'all tap in too on TikTok or Facebook. Tap in. I'll drop the link off in the comments if anybody want to jump in. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. No, sometimes, but it's been a while since I felt that. Because things have been a roller coaster. So it's like the mellow, I don't know. Things is copacetic. That part I haven't seen in a minute.
Yeah, because really it's really like peace feels unfamiliar. You're not familiar because it's not something we don't always have peace. So it seems kind of unfamiliar. So therefore we do different things and we feel like, man, this is just something got to be wrong because it's too peaceful. Nobody's calling me, talking to me, none of that. It feels uncomfortable for me. It's unfamiliar.
Well, I'm going to say for me, it's actually been peaceful. Hey, it helps me process because
you stay in the house with me, it's not peaceful.
No, but I'm saying from outsiders, it's giving me a sense of peace and not dealing with other people and their problems and just managing my own problems.
I was gonna say,
dealing with my own self.
You can't be peaceful living with me.
No, I can't. Not. I'm gonna be peaceful. Yeah, my peace is everything.
Not with me. Not in the house with me. I'm always doing something. If I ain't playing, jokes, something.
I have my moments too where it's dry, but hey, we roll with it. Why do you think some people feel safest in struggle?
It's familiar. It's very, very familiar.
We got one. We got one in
there. Okay. We got Mr. Rob Rich in the building.
What's up, Rob Rich?
What's up, man? I seen y'all on here. I was like, let me jump in. You know, I had time today, so let me pop in to see what's going on.
Oh yeah, yep.
So we talking about are you addicted to struggle? I got a question since you on here. I definitely do you think success must always come with pain?
I'm gonna answer that question, but I'm gonna go back to kind of what y'all was saying at first when you said going through peace and do you feel disruptive when you're at peace. So my question that I was going to type in the chat is, what is peace? Because what your peace may not be what my peace is. Because it is kind of, I say chaotic. People on the outside looking in will see all the work that we doing and stuff. Obviously, you guys as well. And will say, man, that looks chaotic. But to me, I live in that space. This is my peace. When I got tons of things on my schedule and I'm doing meetings and stuff like that, that's when I'm at my best. So that is my peace. You know what I mean? Because I live into that. But I would also say, with success, is there pain? I don't know, because I don't even take losses anymore. Everything is a lesson. So is there some pain associated with that? I don't know. I don't really think so for me, because I mean, man, we could go deep into some stuff with that. I don't really have any pain because I don't really associate anything with anybody else. You know what I mean? Everything that I'm doing is I'm being validated on my own. I'm not seeking anything. So anything that's outside of me is I'm not. I mean, it's nothing to me because I can't control what's outside of me. I'm only controlling what I have control of. So I don't expect anything. So I don't really have any pain. If it's any pain points, it's because I can't get in a room with somebody that I would need to talk to, or things like that. When it comes to like family and stuff like that, man, either you're gonna be along for this ride or you not. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have time to sit here and babysit you and stuff like that. Here's the train. You have a first class ticket to get on this joint. If you don't get on, that's kind of on you at this point in time. And that's kind of where I'm at now. 2 years ago, I'd probably be like, oh man, I wish such and such and whoop de woo this. But right now, I know where I'm going. I have purpose for that. And I welcome anybody to come along this journey for me or with me personally. But you got to get in and you got to find your place. I'm not going to hold your hand.
Hey, I can dig it.
That's right on. What's up, Shane? What it do? Yeah, I used to think that, I ain't gonna lie. I used to think that, to get success is gonna be painful. But now I really do. I realize that success can come easy. It's just the like you said, it depends on where I am, how I feel. This may be normal to me. And someone else get a hold of and be like, man, I'm doing this and trying to do that and trying to do that now. So yeah, I'm with you. I what do you think?
What's the question? You just threw me out of my brain running 100 miles per hour.
But we can go to one of yours.
No, that's all right. I was over here listening.
We can go to one of yours.
I
had to hit him with that.
Are you afraid of outgrowing people who only knew you in the struggle?
Am I afraid of knowing people who only knew me in the struggle?
Afraid of outgrowing the people.
Outgrowing people who knew me in the struggle. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say this too. So I'm obviously from the Bryan College Station area, like y'all. When I go back there now, people know me from Sam Rayburn, and people know me from Bryan High, and people still expect you to be that person it is. So right. They don't know this version of Robert Washington right now. So no.
I am right with you. I don't feel like I feel like people are so addicted to our past that they're not realizing they're addicted to something that we have already
evolved.
Yeah.
And moved on.
All that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even have that type of mindset anymore.
Even be thinking back about those things. We're in the present.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will, we can sit down, talk, reminisce, but like that's no longer who I am. I'm trying to do something else.
Yeah, absolutely. And people seem to only know you from that version. And then when they see that you're doing other things outside of that, then we go to the whole thing and you up and then you better or whatever like that. But nobody knows your whole journey and what it took you to get there. Nobody knows what you went through to even get to see the person that you are now and stuff like that. So no, I don't let none of that stuff hold no weight. It used to weigh on me all the time. But when you get out here, man, this is an isolated journey. You're going to be out here by yourself and you just kind of learn to operate in that space. So I would say that is my piece now. But everything else, my schedule and anything else that I have going on, that's lightweight work. It's just when people start coming in and start putting their burdens on me or putting their stresses on me, that's when it starts to be that way. So I just kind of set those boundaries up ahead of time so we don't have to cross those paths.
Already. What's up, Kendra?
Hey, Kendra.
I what do you think?
It's outgrowing those people. Hey, as you start to elevate and people that are not aligned with your vibration, trust me, they're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have to even worry about it because now you're evolving and y'all are going different directions. That's how I'm gonna put it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not
people assume that you've changed, and it's not that you've changed. You're just not that same person no more or whatever like that. And then they just kind of look at you and think that, they start feeling that way. But I'm like, you can do these exact same things. Absolutely. You can walk the same walk with me. You got the same amount of hours in a day. It's just, are you maximizing your time? And if you're not maximizing your time, don't expect different results. And something I just read the other day, and I'll jump off here. It was like everything that we do is like on layaway. So everything that you did 30 to 60 days ago is what you're living in now. So if you're tired of what you're living in now, go put some new things on layaway, and in 30 to 60 days, get to that progress now. So if you mad at where you at now, think about your past 30, 60, 90 days and say, what have I done? And you are in the position that you put yourself in for the previous 30, 60, and 90 days. So everybody want to do these changes, and everybody think these things are miraculous and they happen overnight, but they're not. They're just processes 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And I guarantee you, if you put some of those things in play, your conversation will be different in 90 days. So I encourage everybody to make a 30, 60, or 90-day plan. And they can just be something small. They can be, I want to change how I eat this morning. I want to wake up an hour early to make sure that I do this. So they're just small things that lead to greater changes. What they say, small hinges swing big doors.
Dang, I didn't think like that. That's
true.
Yeah. Okay, I see that. That's deep.
Life is always just on layaway. So you start now, 30 days from now, if you put in the work, 30 days from now it's going to be different. But 30 days, if you do nothing and you regress, you ain't going to get nothing.
Yeah. I ain't thinking
the sand still in the same place.
That's right.
No, it's true.
So small changes. So just, as you say, encourage people to just make small changes. There is no epic overnight change. It seems like that way when you follow some people's journey, but that's not true, man. These people are putting in the work behind the scenes, and you just have to be willing to do that.
Yeah, that is true.
Watch this though. I
was trying to get off. He get me.
I got a good one. I got a good one.
No.
Okay. So, are you used to doing everything the hard way?
What is the hard way?
Yeah.
Like,
should they be taking a long route or something?
There's a lot of people that will find an easy way to do it instead of taking a harder route to appreciate it better.
I was trying to think of this quote that I had. What it say? Shortcuts like the long way out. So basically, if you do in shortcuts, it's gonna hurt you in the long run, essentially. So no, I don't believe in shortcuts, and I don't believe things are hard or whatever like that. Like, if you want to be in this space, like you decide you want to do a podcast, was it hard? No. You figured out what software you needed to be able to broadcast to the people. You figured out what topics that you wanted to do. Somebody else may think that was hard, but for me on the outside looking in, and it was doing the show with you previously, it looked like it was a cakewalk for you. So I don't believe that it was hard at all. I just don't believe nothing is hard anymore. Like literally stuff is laid out there for you. The information is out there for you. The network is out there for you. The people is out there for you. Go do that 30, 60, 90-day plan and just see the changes that it take you.
Somebody say very true.
Well, I'm gonna say what I said. What I said was yes, because what I've always seen growing up was people take the hard road.
Well,
it was never easy to whatever they were trying to do. If like they either had to sacrifice some sleep or it's not a hard to get there. You're gonna have to put in some work. So it's never easy. And like you say, if you take a shortcut, it usually ain't gonna really.
Or you're gonna miss something.
Yeah, it's gonna fall.
Or not learning the lessons along the way. Yeah.
But I believe that.
I kind of learned, like everybody say that, and it's so true. The lessons is in the journey. Like if you putting in the work, we all gonna get to our prize. We all gonna get there. You're gonna get there. It's already there. But going through the journey, who you are as a person, how you've grown, all the different things that you've learned, all the knowledge that you can share with others, all the lessons that you've learned, and you can say, hey, I will probably do it this way. That's been the funnest part for me. The whole journey has been the fun part for me. Getting to the end of the road, I can see the end of the road. I know it's there, but I still love the journey. I still love the process. I still live for the process. Like That's my thing every day. Oh, I got to learn something new. I learned something new today, and I'm just like geeked and excited about it. As soon as I get off here, I'm about to go jump and Google and start looking at some stuff because the process. And now I have that information, and somebody else will bring it up, and I'd be like, oh, I actually do know about that. Have you ever tried this? Or have you ever looked at that? So I love the journey. I love the process. So I just don't know. And then I do things scared. When they say do stepping outside of your comfort zone, you kind of mentioned that earlier. You got to step out your comfort zone. And people be like, I'm scared. I do it scared all the time. Uh, I step in rooms and my anxiety gets to going up. I be talking to people. I be sweating and shit. I mean, I'm sorry, sweating and stuff.
Hey, I get it. Nervous, fumbling your words. Hey, I get it.
But
Happens
people
all the
get
time.
it. I still get in
that's
the room
her.
and you still make the connection. I understand. I be in there like, but listen, this is what I got. I can come present to you, and I'm just like drenching over here. It's like,
Oh
but
wow.
I still do it scared or whatever like that. And then
Yeah.
once you go through it, you're like, well, it's nothing. I can do that again, all over again.
Yeah. And as you keep doing it, you'll get better at it.
You get better every day.
It should get
Getting in
easy.
the rooms with these people, it gets easier. You know what you say. You know your elevator pitch. You know when you go into the rooms, this is what they're gonna be asking you about, and you just have that information ready, and they be like, "Man, you really on point or whatever like that." And now you got your follow up, and meetings and stuff like that, and then you just start building from there and stuff like that. I love to get on here and talk about the power of partnership. So when you got a time, that's a great way to build. If you're not a person and your company is not generating revenue, you should learn how to get partnerships with other people in your way, and that way y'all kind of propel each other to the top. Because that's generally the way that I've been doing this the whole time. It's all about partnerships. Who can I get in? Let's do something. It'll benefit you. It'll benefit me. We both get exposure. Great. Let's move on to the next thing.
Kendra said she learning from us.
Hey.
I'm learning.
I'm learning from him. He already doing his thing, so that's why I'm trying to ask questions. Why he on?
All right, do your thing. I got time, so I'm all in.
What you? I don't want to ask.
No, you. I mean, I don't think I asked this one. What does it feel like when life is actually going well for you? Do you trust it or wait for something to go wrong?
Ooh. That goes back to like, yeah, that's a good one. That goes back to like, what is peace? So I mean, like, what is well? I mean, all my bills are paid. My family, my wife, my kids are still here. We still get up and go to school and be able to do that. I serve people in the unhoused community, and I'm not in that position that they in, and I help them all day. I wish I could show this picture on there that I got today from this guy who's just, his neck is just breaking out, and it looks terrible. So, no, I mean, I just don't see a struggle in nothing no more, guys. Like, I really just don't. Like, I'm so prideful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful that I literally wake up to that every day. So when I get the opportunity, I'm like, I woke up this morning. What the hell
That's
I got
true.
to be stressed out for? Like, what do I have
That's
to
true.
be stressed out for? So I really don't look like it. So when life gets tough for me, it's like if something happened to my kids or something like that. But this everyday life of this journey, I wake up and I said this even in the beginning. I attack the day. I don't let the days attack me. I'm waking up. I'm like, I know I got these meetings. I know I got to go to work. I know I got to stop by the grocery store. I know I got to feed these hungry kids or whatever like that. So I'm just like, I'm going into it. I already know these things. So I'm not going to let nothing that's going to come at me during the day just kill my spirit or whatever like that. So you're always going to see me smiling. You're always going to see me grateful because I honestly don't feel that way. And it's hard for people to understand that. But that's literally how I live my life every day.
Man,
that's a great deal. It's a great attitude, positive attitude to have every day.
I can't lie to nobody. I'm how you say it. I'm trust. A lot of times,
trust it, or are you waiting for something to go wrong?
I don't trust it. I'm always trying to think like 4 to 5 steps ahead. So if something do go wrong, it doesn't like, oh man, it hit me. I'm able to just kind of.
So you saying you're expecting it, or maybe it could be a possibility?
It could be, yeah. It's in the back of my mind all the time that something can go wrong, and if I don't have this backup plan just in case, I might not be able to. You know what I'm saying?
You say being prepared.
Yeah, it's not that I'm stressed or none of that. It's just, things don't always go the way that I plan. So I always try to have B, C, D.
I respect that.
Sometimes
What's
it's not the
BCD?
case.
Sometimes B, C, D,
There
and E
is.
don't work. And
Yeah, because A and B
I
didn't
still
work.
have gratitude
Yeah,
because I look at whatever I'm going through, the challenge that I'm going through, is for a reason.
Yeah,
So
I agree with
if
that.
it's not the better me, it's showing me how to do things, how to connect or whatever it is, network. Yeah, it's a lot.
I think we feel that way. I feel that way, particularly as a male and having and feel like a provider. So I am always thinking ahead and like, if this was to fall apart, do I have a plan in place? But I also don't let it consume me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I ain't gonna let it stress me out. Because for one, it didn't even happen. So why am I gonna be tripping about it if it didn't even happen? And that goes back to, sometimes that's speaking things into an existence. If you really sitting there thinking that just the roof is gonna fall in, well, the chances of it, then you're really gonna be pissed off at yourself. We'd be like, I told you the roof is gonna fall in. But what happens when the roof didn't fall in? We were stressed
True.
out about it and it didn't even happen.
Overthinking.
So yeah, so I'm
Coming up
with
with
you. Understand being prepared, but I don't let it consume me. I'm like, okay, this could happen, but I ain't tripping off it because it ain't happened or whatever. I can continue to move on.
we say you're not making
Already.
up scenarios.
What's up,
What
Mr.
is?
Be Great on Purpose?
What he says, subconscious is
Yeah,
3,000 times stronger than the conscious mind.
Facts.
yeah,
Big
yeah,
facts. Big
yeah.
facts.
You got to live
Uh,
it in the subconscious, and it'll come to the conscious. So you got to like retrain that part of your brain. So when all of that grateful and gratitude that I speak, that's because it's just been many a nights of Bible and Eric Thomas, like you are the greatest, and self,
That's your boy,
affirmations and stuff like that. But yeah, ET gets you pumped up. You be ready to
He
run through a
do.
wall. You know what I'm saying? But
Like he be on there every morning. I think it's like probably 3 or 4 in the morning. He does his post then, like every
yeah,
morning. And I'm
and
like,
they be up
wow.
early.
Mr. Be Great on Purpose
What it
is
says,
saying what I'm
saving
trying to
for a
say.
rainy day versus the enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah. I'm
There you go.
always trying to think because I never know what's gonna happen down the line that may kind of rock the boat. I don't want everybody else to get stressed out. I'm ahead, like you said, as a man, you trying to think like that and stay ahead.
Yeah,
So
just
yeah,
don't let it
I
consume
understand.
you. Just be
Yeah.
prepared. But don't let it consume
Yep.
We used to just pondering on it. Yeah, dwelling.
you. Yeah, yeah.
Do you feel guilty when things I'm sorry, my bad. How have you ever pushed anyone away helping when it was offered?
Have I ever pushed anybody away when they was like offering to help me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, because I feel like if somebody is genuinely coming to help you, it's real. Because as we all know, this, like I say, is a lonely journey. So people who actually reach out to you, that means they were, thinking about you or whatever like that. So no, I don't push it away. I might not just be open and forthcoming about what may be really the issue that you reached out to me. But if you reach out to me and ask me this or hey, I seen this, is everything okay? Yeah, I'll talk to you because it's not that I think that's genuine, and you don't really get that from a lot of people.
That's true.
So let me rephrase it. Have you ever
Accepted help?
pushed away help when it was offered?
No, no.
I
And I say,
have.
you just kind of
Because not all
no.
people's intentions are
Not
good.
all help
Not
is
saying
good
coming
help.
from a
No.
business aspect. Not all people have good intentions when they come to you with help
What?
or to assist you. No, I'm just saying.
What?
Maybe to
I
throw
agree
it back
with that.
later.
I agree with
They
that.
help
But
you
you
now
can
and then talk about it later or tell other people. Yeah.
you can you can filter some of those people out over time. Like I agree with you. I'm not gonna go to bat for everybody, but I imagine if somebody is calling me and asking me for help or whatever, it's pretty genuine because my circle is super duper small. So even if you have access to me like that, then it was genuine because otherwise we ain't gonna be talking in to begin with.
Well, I will stand on mine. Yes, I have pushed away help, and I can't lie. That was because I felt like I had to do it all myself. I can't.
Well,
I won't lie
we've
about
had
that.
these conversations many a time. Listen,
Oh, thank you,
nobody
Roger,
does.
for the gift.
Nobody does it by themselves. Like
I mean,
No.
everything
I'm
that
not
I've
saying
done
that
is
you're
is
not
a
gonna get
concept.
help, but eventually you'll need help. But I feel like to a certain degree, as long as I am willing, because that's even how it is when I'm working at a job. As long as I'm willing, you can't stop me from elevate because I'm willing to learn. But as long as I'm not willing to learn and I don't want to do that, then I stunt my own growth. So I won't do it myself. That's how I feel.
I can respect that, and I just say they're two different scenarios from a business standpoint and an employee standpoint. Yes, I can give all my all as a employee, but then you have sometimes you may have management who ain't letting you shine. You know what I mean? So you have to deal with that sometimes. So, but then on the other side of the business standpoint, or sometimes, I mean, yeah, you can filter those people out. If they need your help, it's kind of genuine, and then you know if they don't literally need it, but you're not going to be able to do it all by yourself because even your management is going to tell you how to work a specific software or a machine or whatever it is that you do or whatever. Like they still have to train you at some point in time.
I'll say like Coach Lakeisha said. She said, if you can't work for somebody and put forth a lot of effort and do what you got to do, like you trying to elevate, then when you get your own business, you probably ain't gonna do right with that either. You're gonna stunt your own growth.
I can respect that, but from somebody who's currently in that situation, I look at it as you got to fund the dream. My job, my employer, and I hope they ain't watching this. And then again, I kind of hope they are. But y'all are funding the dream.
See, now you gonna be trying to blame it on me. Like, see,
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna blame it on
on
Ryan.
here saying it. I'm on here saying it. But that's just where I'm at in my journey. I'm not in a position, my job or my businesses are not all the way enough generating, they're generating income, but they're not profitable enough for me to walk off of my job. So my job still funds the dream until that stuff gets up. I still put in my job. They ain't trying to fire me. I still show up and do what I'm supposed to do. But the minute that they say your business gets ramen profitable, the minute that my businesses get ramen profitable, deuces. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all, I'm holler at y'all. It was
But that's the
fun while it
plan anyway.
lasted. Yeah,
That's the plan anyway.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not that I don't give all my all to the job. My job is there because I still have bills and a family to provide for. So I'm gonna do just enough, but that's not gonna hinder me in my business stuff because that stuff means absolutely more to me. And obviously, I've been doing it for this long, and it's still, I still can't walk off of my job. So all of these things are passion projects, they're labors of love because I know that I'm gonna be able to get to that point. But the job is, hey man, I still got bills to pay. I got light on in there, you know what I'm saying? Like you still gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
I
Do what you gotta do.
I understood what she said because that's how I feel. Like when I go to work, I hear people always tell me that, man, you work like a slave. And I'll be like, well, what you don't understand is a lot of y'all working like you working. But then you say if you get your own business, you wouldn't do that. So then the minute that your money kick in your business where you balling, you might just slack off because you're in a comfortable place. So for me, I'm like Slim Thug. What'd he say? He said, I work like I still got bills. He ain't got to, but he worked like he
But he's saying he giving his all, and anything that he does,
anything I do, I gotta give it everything.
You're gonna give it your best.
I make it a habit so that anything that I do, nobody will be able to say, oh man, he half step.
Yeah.
He just gave me just bare minimum. Nah, I gave you everything.
Yeah.
I respect that. I give them just enough not to get fired. How about that?
He said bare minimum. He said,
look, he did not mean that. He did not mean that, okay?
Because we got the lurkers, they be sitting in the background. They ain't in the comments, but they sit back watching.
They know they've seen it, and they get on there and get the browsing and get on my LinkedIn or something like that. And they be like, "Oh, I didn't know you did that." I be like, "Cause I didn't want you to know." But now that you know, when I'm gone from lunch for 2 hours, Yeah, I was on the Zoom call. So
Like,
Hey,
you know what I told them? I told them at work, I said, you want to know when I'm balling, when I'm good and I'm finna quit? They said, how will we know? I said, because I'm going to pull up in a slab hitting hard. That's when you know it's my last
that's when
day.
you know.
I'm
Hey,
out of here.
coming down for real.
Come through there. Yep.
Womp, yeah,
Peace.
that's
I'm
right.
throwing the deuce. This ain't no 2 weeks notice. This today notice.
This
I'm out.
today notice. Trunk waving bye-bye for you. There you go.
nah,
Already.
ghetto.
I'm with you on
That's
that.
ghetto.
I'm with you on that.
Who does that? No.
Hey,
Them people don't call them people
I
on
gotta
you.
make an exit. I gotta make an exit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stunt no other time of my life, but on that time when I leave that job, I'm gonna act a fool. So
Real. For real. She said, or pay a bunch of people. Now, I ain't paying a bunch of people.
I
She
ain't
said,
paying a
work
bunch of
hard or
people.
pay a bunch of people. Nah.
Where do you think the struggle mentality come from?
Woo!
Where do you think
Where do
that
I
came
think the struggle mentality come from?
from?
Our parents and stuff. They kind of
This is
put that
true.
stuff on us. You know
It
what I
become
mean?
normalized. Yep.
It
Childhood.
came normalized and all of that stuff. But I also try to look at it from a standpoint. I don't necessarily blame them because even like all of the stuff that's available now, like resources and stuff like that, the information is out there. You just have to kind of gotta go put in the work. And if you don't even have an avenue of how to go look for these types of things, it's very hard to do sometimes or whatever. I say now that we live in the internet age and all of the stuff we got going on, we have access to stuff. So I don't blame them completely, but they were always in survival mode because of their parents or whatever. Like we just got to make it or whatever, and they passed that stuff down to us. But now, I mean, I don't know. Somewhere along the lines, we had a reality check. I think what are we, Gen X? We all had a reality check. It was like, listen, this is not the business. Like, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, we have opportunities now. We have these things, and it's not that our parents kept it from us or shielded it from us. They just didn't know or whatever like that. So it is kind of mind blowing sometimes being in this space or whatever, and people around you go, oh, you know. But I'm like, this stuff is so accessible. It's either in the book or a simple Google search or something like that. But this goes back to being able to put in the work or whatever. So the struggle came from them just not knowing. The struggle came from them saying, go get a job or whatever like that. They were taught in that process of when the bell rings. You know what I mean? Like school, you go and sit at your machine and you sit here and do this or whatever. When it rings, you go to lunch and then you go home. So someone has to break that cycle. So there's somebody inside of every family that's trying to break that cycle. I want to be that person. I know y'all are trying to be that person or whatever like that. But it's also access to resources and to knowledge and encouraging people to do it. Because I mean, golly, so I mean, I'm just thinking about a meeting that I was in today. It's so much easy stuff out here for people to do. It's so much stuff to do, like government contracting and stuff like that. But people just don't want to put in the work. And honestly, a lot of the resources for this stuff is free. Like, you know what I mean? So it either it's hidden behind something and you don't want to click through 3 times to find it. Once you click through the first thing, you're like, oh, the information is not there. When really it was just, if you'd have clicked to the right, all this stuff would have popped up. So people need to do their due diligence. Stop listening to your broke partner who ain't doing nothing and saying, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody say I like his thinking.
Somebody doing that, man. Listen, it is so much resources. I still encourage people not to be sitting out here paying for all of these consultants, and the consultants is gonna kill me and stuff like that. But you don't have to pay for that stuff. That information is free. It's out there for you. It's out there for you. There's no reason to be paying Maria $5,000 for her to show you how to do a freaking LLC and write a business plan.
True.
When there's tech companies, there's universities who have all these programs who will literally walk you through that stuff for free. So there's no reason that nobody can't be in the position to win, but you got to put yourself and put in the.
Oh,
I was like, did it?
yeah,
Who froze? Did I freeze or did y'all freeze?
No,
it
we was like it was us.
Do you believe being busy equals being productive?
Being busy.
Uh,
Like,
You could be busy doing nothing.
Yeah, no, I would say that, and I would say, from a business standpoint, yes, because most of the time when you first start a business, you are just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks because you don't really know what direction you go. But I will say later on, once you really just find your customer, your market and stuff like that, everything is strategic or whatever like that. There any call or anything, I can just speak from personal experience. Any call or any person that I speak to now is for a strategic move. I'm talking to you for value. I'm not talking to you for a meeting. If we do get on the meeting, by the time the second meeting, we need to be doing a deal. Because what are we on the what are we wasting time for? That's 30 minutes or an hour that I'll never get back.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
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 How was struggle modeled in your household growing up?
Ooh.
How was struggle model?
Mhm.
I don't know, because I always say I give my mom a lot of credit. They say it's the bracelet is like, what would Jesus do? And I'm not being blasphemous, but my mama's name is Joanne. So my mom, it would be like, what would Joanne do? And I carry that with me now, because if anybody does know my struggle, it is just recently in the Impact 405. I don't really like to talk about it, but if anybody know like why my parents got divorced and stuff like that, you can read about it or whatever like that. But even during all those hard times, my mama still showed up. We never went without. It was always a roof over our head. We always had clean clothes. It was always food. So I really build my model off of that. Once I got over some other hurdles that I had to overcome or whatever like that, I just kind of look back at her and see the work that she was doing, even after going through what she went through and stuff like that. So if you say struggle or something like that, I mean, yeah, you knew that you had less than maybe what some of your peers had around you or whatever like that, but they were mostly like what's the word I'm looking for? Material things or whatever like that.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I didn't have the J's, or my mama didn't drive the a car within a year or stuff like that or something like that. But the basic necessities, I never would have known that, I never would have thought I was poor, other than maybe seeing some wealthy family. But we didn't really see that growing up. Everybody around us was kind of in the same boat or whatever like that. So other than material things, I never felt like we struggled. I really do feel that way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't recall lights and stuff like that being off or whatever like that. She always made a way. And so that's why I feel like I live that same way right now. Like, there's no need to pout and groan or whatever like that. I call it the 24-hour rule, or I cry in the shower. Like, I hop in the shower, if something's going bad, I'm
He
gonna
said
ball
all
it
to
out.
myself.
Yeah, keep it all to myself. Till I
Sometimes
get
you have
out.
to.
And my wife
It's
say
true.
your eyes is red, I be like, I got soap in my eye, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
He said I done got it out. Hey, I done
I
did it before
got-
too. It's true. You
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
No, I
And
get it.
and I have those moments. I have the 24-hour moment. This is what I'm feeling. It's okay for me to feel that way. I go down, why do I feel that way? Was it a trigger or something? And then after that, everything for me is solution based. All right, I had my moment. I cried. I felt bad about it. Oh my God, I woke up again the next morning. I'm not going to do that again. Like, what can I do to solve this problem, and how can we continue to move forward? Because if I live in that moment, it's gonna kill you. Then now you just start backstepping. Now you just backsliding on everything.
True. What do you think about yours?
Mine's
She said that talking about the
I
layaway.
can't lie to nobody. I had both my parents. My dad was very strict, but he was more of a provider. Like, my mama got to stay in her feminine energy. So he always figured out a way to get it done. Even though if I would have went, I done went to him a couple times, say, Dad, I want them J's. He said, boy, $100. Boy, what's wrong with you? And then, you go to mama be like, I put it on layaway and I just, talk to your daddy and he'll give me a little money to get it out every,
Paying on it.
Yeah.
Put something on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I commend my dad, because I seen him do a lot of stuff. We never went hungry. We always had clothes too, even with mom helped out, everything. Like, I seen them work together instead of going against each other.
Mm-hmm.
He respected his position. He respected her position. So it was something like, I respect that. So I try to use a lot of that in my own day and time and how I think. But he always God first.
Absolutely.
God first, him, his wife, then his kids. Because he said, your wife, When y'all grow up, it's just me and her. So
Yeah.
and
I like
he
to
would
say
tell us that's y'all mama. That's my wife.
that's my wife though. I can kind of attest with that when they say he who has a wife has favor. I can say my life came a long way since I done got married for multiple reasons that I don't even want to talk about on the live. So
Well, I will, but I don't want to get hit. So
well,
No.
mine is she could be watching and you see a shoe come flying out the door or something like that. So I don't even want to have that discussion. But I do believe that, and I think that has helped me out a lot too because it kind of keeps me in check or whatever like that. So yeah, that was a side note, but I believe in that as well.
watch this. Don't try and skip out. What about you?
Hey, we did struggle, but I can say we never went without. I remember, like you said, we lived in older homes where we didn't have central air and heat.
Yeah,
We had
did.
window units, and we
Yep.
put the fan. We'd all get into one room, make pallets everywhere, and hey, have the fan, or either buy one of them big old fans that blow through. Hey, I get it.
I done stayed trailer parks, all kind of say, man.
In the hood,
In the hood, man.
with
On
other
the west,
people.
started on the
east,
west.
west, north, south. Hey,
Yeah,
yeah, I
all of
get
it.
it.
College
All
station, the
of it.
whole nine. Yeah,
Yeah,
stay
we
with
did,
other
but we
people,
made it.
but we made it. You know what I mean? So I can't say that you didn't know it was a struggle as a kid. You just know
No,
as you got older, you was like, man, we
mm,
was really kind of going through it back then. You know what I mean? Once you
Yeah.
realize what bills and stuff is like that. But as a kid, you didn't know it because nothing was ever cut off. You still went to school or whatever. Uh, you know, you had a fair amount of school clothes, whether they was bought or somebody had a booster because we lived in that era or whatever like that. But you
That's
know
why we
how
said winners.
that's why we said we that $100, boy. You can get 3 pair of shoes for that. You can get a sports pair. You get a pair that you
That
take
was
home
him
after school,
too.
and then
That
you
was
get
man.
that
daddy
pair
too.
that
You can get some clothes,
yeah,
some shoes. Boy, you crazy. And I can
pack of
still buy some
socks.
food.
Yep, all of that. So yeah, I mean the struggle, I guess, is just kind of how you take it on all of those things. Like, what do you consider peace? What do you consider struggle? Because everybody's level is different or whatever.
Well, I got my last question because I ain't got no more. Do you take on too much even when you don't have to? Oh, oh, oh,
Ooh.
oh.
Uh,
Hey.
yeah, I do. I don't know how to say no sometimes, especially when it comes to like business stuff. When it comes to my personal life, I have set boundaries. People know like after about 6 o'clock, I'm not gonna take no calls and stuff like that or whatever like that. Like I'm not. I'll cut it off my phone, go and do not disturb. So again, that's why I say the access. If you have my cell phone or you text me, I'll respond to you. But just wanting to just get on here and kumbaya, yeah, we're not gonna do that because I try to give my family that time. We still sit at the dinner table and all have dinner as a family, and I respect that or whatever like that. So I forgot what was the question.
uh, I gotta find it. Um,
Oh, you
yeah,
said taking on too much.
yeah. You
Um,
take on too much. I see.
well,
Kendra say
a
a
whole
whole
trash
trash
bag
bag
full.
full.
yeah.
I
I
used to,
mean,
not anymore. I'm
but
good.
but
Mm-mm.
personal wise and emotional wise, no. But business wise, yeah, it's hard for me to say no because I mean, sometimes stuff like that is just be a simple solution. Sometimes you just need another ear to talk to and somebody to just kind of walk you through stuff. So I do take a lot on that stuff. Like I just took on another role for like another mentorship, and my wife be like. I'll be like, but these are like 2 hour calls. They're doing a day. It's nothing major or whatever like that. But I still get joy out of it, and I always learn something from them. So I never feel like it's just taking on too much. It's just I probably stretch my time thin sometimes when I don't have
I can't lie. I do. And then I
to.
ask a question. I'll be like, man, God, how am I able to help other people and try to help them through their situation? And I'm sitting over here going through what I'm going through. It's like, man, but I realize, I take on that because he blessed me to be able to help other people while I'm going through what I'm going through.
That's just like that post I made just the other day. Like sometimes good things may not happen to you because you're the good that happens to others. So uh, you have to take that in accountability. Sometimes, even when somebody say it may seem small, sometimes be like, man, I really appreciate that. Or somebody might watch your podcast and be like, man, you and your wife had a good topic, and it spurred a conversation between me and my wife. So you have to take that. That's still, a pat on the back to you, because you spurred somebody to think outside the box or take on a conversation that they probably wouldn't have had otherwise. So, take those as compliments and affirmations. If people in the chat, man, I really enjoy the show, or y'all really becoming that. Like, I really enjoy it. I like the husband and wife aspect of it and stuff like that, because it gives the perfect perspective. So take those small wins on the back and pat yourself on the back and just be like, we might have helped somebody. If you help one person, that's a great thing, because you're not going to help everybody. But if you help one person, that's a win.
That's facts. I know you probably got stuff.
No, because I'm just gonna wrap it. Well, how do we break the habits?
How do you break the habit?
Well, that's just like the title, but I'm gonna read a little bit what I have here. Okay. How do we break how do we break the habits? And the good part is change starts now. Healing starts with awareness and continues through intentionality and being uncomfortable, or uncomfortable choices, and choosing easy, joy and rest. Lord.
Yeah, see, I don't know how you read that anyway.
Oh, success, and even when they don't feel normal yet. And choose to shift your mindset. You can journal your discomfort when peace shows up. Reduce the hustle with strategy, letting go of people who only relate to your pain. And it's time to detox from dysfunction. You are allowed to thrive, and you don't need to struggle to prove your worth.
That's something I gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. all the above. Once you're aware of what it is that may be hindering you or setting you back, you can address it. You can create solutions. All those things. Like, man, listen, cut people off. It does not matter if it's family, friends, or loved ones. If it is not bringing you value at this point in time, like, what is the point in having it around? They say your body was built, how to operate. Your body was built to operate on your own frequency, and it knows all your stresses and things like that. The only time we stress is when we bring on other people's problems. Absolutely. So if you're feeling stressed, that means you're carrying someone else's baggage, because you know how to operate in you. So when you start feeling that, you need to start doing self-inventory. What am I carrying? Whose weight am I carrying around right now? Because I feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Even going back to something earlier, we was like addressing problems. I usually don't have problems. If I get quiet, it's not because I'm figuring out, like, my mind is in fix mode now, like solutions based or whatever like that. So, yeah, try to find value in all of that, man. But once you're aware of what a problem is or what the issue is, I think you can move past anything or whatever. But you have to be honest with yourself, and I think that's really where people screw up at, is being honest with themselves. Like, do your own self-inventory. That SWOT analysis is perfect. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do your own inventory. Then I think you can help other people in that way or whatever like that, by just what you exude, how you come off or whatever. And I pray for that type of stuff as well. I'd be like, I know I'm dealing with stuff, but I want to be leadership. I want to be positive. So when people interact with me, they be like, "You so positive," and all this stuff. But that's just me to the core. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have a negative bone in my body. I probably should see the bad in some people, but I don't. But I will cut your ass off, so don't play.
Hey, I see the bad. Like she said, what she say? You got this, Gucci. Yeah, but I still see the bad, and my cutout game is just excellent.
No longer entertaining it. Just remove myself.
That's right.
Detach.
That's right. It's been real. Hey, do you feel some type of way? No, I don't feel some type of way. It's just right now, it ain't working, and I'm okay with that, and you should be okay with that. I don't have no bad blood. I don't hate you. We just don't need to be in the same room or something like that.
Now, see, I'll be honest with you. We can't be in the same room, apparently. Yeah, we do got a little problem. We do.
That's fair. That's fair.
I gotta be honest and go straight and be blunt, because for me, that's my release. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. I just rather be blunt, because I feel like that's where the world messes up. We're always trying to sugarcoat it and make it easy for somebody to digest, instead of you just being honest and just say, because that's me. I'd rather for you just be honest with me and say what it is.
Not tiptoeing around.
Tiptoeing,
Yeah.
when I find out what you really trying to say,
chase.
that really make me mad. Why you just didn't say that at
Why you
first?
didn't say that?
Because I do that in our marriage. I'll be like,
hurts.
hey, man, what you really mad at me for? I don't want to go all the way
I
around.
done gave you X, Y, and Z. I done went down a whole list. It started with one thing and now then building
over here.
something else.
I'm like, what is it?
All those things you said, it was just this one thing.
I think that happens in all marriages. That's another conversation too. You know, yeah, that's another conversation.
I'm just saying that's in life too. Like,
yeah.
People, I'll be like, man, just come at me and just tell me, hey, it's how you present it to me. If you present it in a nasty way, then of course I'm not gonna, but if I come at you just like I would want you to come at me, which would be respectful, man, I don't feel like I did nothing wrong. I just got off my chest and no longer holding that burden of I'm trying to tiptoe around and not hurt his feelings or her feelings.
Hey, I respect you tell me the truth and the lie to me, or that long drawn out.
That's irritating, man. To me, that's like you're afraid and there's nothing to be afraid of. You're just speaking your mind, your perspective, how you feel.
That's true.
I gotta respect that.
Yeah,
that's true. Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, some people don't want to hear the truth because it hurts.
Yeah,
that's true.
But, hey,
that's true.
Or I'm passing judgment. I'm not. I'm just standing on whatever it is that I believe, and you are allowed to stand on whatever you believe, and that's just it. And we can agree to disagree and still fool with each other. Like, it's not like that. I'm just telling you how I feel. Mine, yeah. And we cool. We know now how to maneuver this relationship.
Or friendship.
Yeah. Well, I call it relationship, friendship, whatever. Now we know how to intersect and come together because we know each other's boundaries.
That's right. I agree with that.
So,
I agree with that.
I know you finna do your closing thing. I
appreciate y'all. Let me jump in. I'm gonna jump offline and continue to watch. Thank y'all, man. Keep doing the great work. Like, I really do support y'all, man. I'll jump on here anytime, but I was like, you started talking about peace and all that. I was like, wait a minute, I think I got a little time.
I told you, anytime we trying to figure out some stuff to fix and I'm trying to get more things on the channel for different days. So yeah.
We got something else coming.
Yeah, we got other things coming. So I got to get you a part of it, and we're gonna make some moves. We trying to get it together now. So
all right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care.
Man, all right. Thank you. All right. Yo, we got Rob Richards in the building. Hey, that was a good one right there, man. I'm gonna let Mary go on and close us out. Say the prayer.
It's not a prayer. Listen, you don't owe the world your exhaustion. You don't have to prove your value by carrying everything. You don't have to stay stuck in cycles just because that's what you've always known. Struggle is not your identity. You can live in peace and still have purpose. You can rest and still grow. You can stop surviving and finally start living. And don't let anyone guilt you for choosing peace over performance. You're not here to suffer. You're here to evolve.
Facts.
That's what you're here for.
So y'all make sure that you don't be stuck in addiction of struggling.
Yeah.
Make sure that you understand that is not what you're supposed to do.
In survival mode.
You're not supposed to be in survival mode. I give it to God, but it's hard. But hey, I realize gratitude.
That's
like
true.
Coach G say, it's that gratitude. And I'm learning. I'm doing better. As Kendra say, you got this, Gucci. I'm trying. I'm not trying. I am. And I'm gonna do it. So regardless, I'm happy. I'm not content. I'm hungry, but
you say you're humble.
I'm humble.
Appreciative.
Yeah, I'm thankful for everything, even the struggle,
the small. Oh man, because it's definitely building character.
That's right.
It's preparing us for the next level.
So I thank everybody for showing up. Y'all on TikTok, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate the gifts on TikTok.
Kendra, I appreciate you coming in. You know, you always welcome. You let me know when you're ready to get on here and talk. You've been saying that you're going to talk.
Tell him don't start.
You ain't talked yet. You ain't came up here. I told you can hide your face. You just got to come on here. But, yeah, I appreciate everybody showing up and showing out. Shout out to my homeboy, David Lamar, man. We're going to get some things going. Yeah. So y'all be safe and have a great night. It's your boy, DJ KGIZZLE
Mary Pleasant-Gibson.
Say, you didn't let me finish saying my name before you jumped all up in there.
I'm sorry. I thought you dated us.
I said, KG, you hurry up and say, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, y'all, and she over on her breath talking about whatever. See, that's what I gotta go through, y'all. Stress.
He not stressed.
But yeah, y'all have a good night, man, and y'all be blessed. Thank y'all for showing up. Like and subscribe and share this video, this show with. What she say?
She said, at this big age, I'm learning. Hey, we all still learning.
Wait.
Oh, Kendra.
I'm trying to get the big age. What? Wait a minute. What do you mean by
Kendra,
big age?
Hey,
I'm lost.
She's still learning.
She said big age.
Yeah.
Though. What does that mean?
Nah, I
big
get
age.
it. It's saying at the age that she's at, she's old, being older.
Oh, okay.
What she said. Have a great night, y'all.
All right, y'all have a good night. Say, we love y'all, and we gonna keep doing what we doing. Thanks for y'all support, and we out.
See ya.
Peace.